Hi everybody, welcome to our weekly training video. Today we're going to be talking about dental health, pain, and behavior because February is Pet Dental Health Month. And I'll be reminding you again at the end, but our toothbrushing course, Healthy Smiles, is on sale 50% off all month. All right, let's get into the slides. Dental health and behavior, why dental care is so important. And it's easy for us, I know, to get focused on other things with our dogs, but I hope I can convince you this is worth paying attention to. We'll talk about pain and behavior, how pain can affect behavior, what behaviors are associated with dental disease, and then how can you prevent dental disease. So why does pain affect behavior and your training? And those of you with fearful and anxious dogs, most of you in our audience, this is really relevant to you. Some things can bother your dog more, basically become more aversive. So you might see new behaviors popping up or worsened behaviors. So you could see more fear and aggression or new fear and aggression. And to make our lives even harder, and your dog's life even a little harder, reinforcers can be less reinforcing. So good stuff is less good when you don't feel good. And what does that mean for our training? Of course, that means we have a harder time training with things like food and play that your dog would normally like and work for. So what behavior changes might you see with pain? I'll give you a slide of citations in just a minute or two, but just a quick run through of some signs of pain, behavioral changes that are associated with pain from the literature. You may see increased licking and scratching, and a lot of you have probably seen this when you're with your dogs. Decreased or increased activity levels, so basically any change in activity is something to pay attention to. Avoidance of temperature extremes, so avoiding cold or warm locations or surfaces perhaps. Avoidance of handling, and a lot of you already have this problem, you don't need it to be worse. Decreased interest in new animals. Increased aggression toward unfamiliar animals, that's both of these points sort of speak to that. So all things that we do not want. Now, how about dental disease in particular? What signs might we see that our dogs' mouths are hurting? Well, unfortunately, sometimes you can't tell. There is no behavior change that you notice. There often is no change in appetite, so you might think, my dog's eating fine, so their teeth must be fine, but unfortunately that's not necessarily true. You may see some dropping of food. Your dog picks up, a piece of kibble and then it falls out of their mouth, or they're chewing more on one side, or they decrease their chewing or just swallowing food without chewing. You may see dogs with dental pain eating more slowly, avoiding handling again, particularly around the head and mouth, pawing at their mouth or excessive drooling, decreased overall activity, decreased social and play behavior, increased hiding, and I know a lot of you already have dogs who hide quite a bit, so this is not helpful. Decreased grooming, so you might see your dog's coat getting a little bit worse. Increased aggression, and a couple recent updates to the literature that I found when preparing for this presentation is that there is also an association between cognitive dysfunction in senior dogs and dental disease. Those were correlative studies, but still cause for concern. So here are the citations. I'm not going to read through them, but you can take a screenshot if you want to dig into these a little more. All right, so how can we prevent dental disease? There are home use products like chews and water additives and dental diets that can help a little bit. The gold standard really in home care is toothbrushing. And you'll also want to get your dog regular dental cleanings at the vet under anesthesia. We do have a free webinar on dental products, things like chews and diets, at this link here. You can head on over after you're done watching this and learn about which chews and diets and water additives are worth the money. All right, so our message this month is learn to brush your dog's teeth if at all possible. And if not, there are other things you can do, like those at-home products and also veterinary dental cleanings to help your dog. All month, like I mentioned, our toothbrushing course is 50% off, and the link is at the bottom there, dogkindtraining.com/healthysmiles. All right, folks, I hope this is helpful to you, and I will see you next week with more dental health related material.